Are you feeling like the energy in the room, like everybody's energy? I almost feel like I thought I protected myself, but I'm like, I walk in and I'm like, oh man, it's pretty intense.
It's intense. Everyone's pumped up.
Yeah.
For anybody who hasn't seen this, you or I before, how about we introduce ourselves?
Yep.
Talk a little bit about who we are and what we do.
Okay.
You want to kick us off?
Yeah.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So my name's Michelle Aubrey. We're obviously here, little podcast interview with Board of Advisors community.
Yep.
And you and I are sitting here to get introduced, to share a little bit about what we do and make a difference in the world, specifically with human beings, which is what we've connected over. My work specifically exists in the realm of leadership transformation. So my brand is about leadership you can fall in love with at home, in the office, and in the bedroom. And I typically work with men who are running their own business, leading in their households, and fathering families. And a lot of the work that I do is really transforming people and how they show up as leader, and moving barriers out of the way that are getting in the way of the life that they really want, the truth and the experience of everything that they desire before this lifetime is over.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yes. Yeah, so my name is Danielle Ribeiro, and I am the founder and CEO of DMR Society.
Woo!
Yeah, pretty exciting stuff. So what I do is I help individuals truly find their calling and connect with it. In the realm of entrepreneurs and executives, so many people are stuck, and they're stuck in their head, limiting beliefs, and really it's just about a mindset shift. So I have worked for the past 20 years in an executive role in corporate America, and what I have learned is that there's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and people aren't truly being their authentic self. They're afraid. They're afraid to be their authentic self. So what I do is I help them to be okay with being their authentic self and truly identifying their calling. And sometimes that means that they have to pivot and shift. Sometimes that means that they have to go through a lot of transformation and work on things that they have left stuck in their mind and in their body and in their soul for their entire life. But we get it out.
Yes. I have a question for you, for anybody that might be watching this. How would somebody know that they're the ideal person to be working with you?
So if they are in a situation where they feel like they're not scaling to the level that they want to scale, there's something that they feel innately in their soul like they could do more, or they're not truly fulfilled with what they're doing, I'm the person who will come in and dissect and identify what that is and how we get there.
And are these people typically corporate executives?
Corporate executives and also entrepreneurs.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
If you were to speak about your ideal client, the person that you've had the most joy, fulfillment, like poster child of your work, how would you describe that person? Obviously without naming names or positions or anything like that.
So that person is somebody who is open and willing. They may not know what they're doing or where they're going. They might feel stuck, but they're willing to listen. They're willing to be vulnerable. They're willing to express. They're willing to be in a situation where they're okay with change. That's my ideal art. That's my ideal avatar. That's the person that I have worked with that truly will make the transformation to the next level and fly high.
And from there, what's the possibility? So they create this transformation, and then how are these people living their lives from that moment onward?
So I work with a lot of subconscious reprogramming. And your subconscious truly identifies your thoughts, your actions, what you're doing. You know, days where you wake up and you're in a bad mood. Like you just wake up and you're like, oh man, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I am in the worst mood of my life.
Yes.
Okay. So you get out of bed, you stub your toe, you get in the car, you're on your way to work, you're hitting traffic. All these crazy things are happening to you. Okay. So what you did is that you made a decision the second you woke up that morning that you were going to have a real shitty day, and you just kept on. So
Conscious or unconscious?
Unconsciously.
Unconscious decision.
Unconsciously.
Okay.
So you sat there and you chose in your mind subconsciously that your day was going to be total shit. That person with a little bit of a subconscious reprogramming would totally have a different day, but you have to be conscious of the subconscious, and you have to learn how to do that. So taking them through a 90-day transformation, we really just tap the surface because we are able to release the main blocks that you have, but that doesn't mean that there aren't other things that are going to come up that you're going to have to go through, that you're going to have to transform. Daily life things that get in your face and you're like, oh, where the hell did this come from? So it's an ongoing process.
Yes. And that possibility. So I hear you sharing about the transformation. So they're now recognizing I've made a subconscious decision to have a shitty day.
Yes.
So far, everything's feeling shitty.
Yes.
After somebody has gone through a 90-day program with you,
yes,
how does that day look different? So same day, but post-transformation, they wake up, they recognize the subconscious, unconscious, I'm going to have a shitty day today. Then what?
Tools, modalities. So if they feel they're in that space, prime example, I'm going to give you an example. Yeah. It's easier that way for me. Yesterday I was in my head, okay? I was in my head all day long. What did I do? I said, all right, I know how to fix this. I have the tools. I went back to my room. I listened to my neuroprogramming, and I was able to guide myself.
What was your neuroprogramming? What was the programming?
So the programming is, so think of it this way. Yeah. It is literally a whisper to your subconscious. So you're sitting there, you're listening to music, okay? You're just listening to music. And in the background, you will hear affirmations that speak specifically to the challenge that you have, okay? And it's about 15 minutes long, sometimes a little longer. And what it does is it starts to prime your reticular activating system to feed your subconscious with what you want to bring in, your wish-fulfilled outcome. It's quantum physics. So it brings you back into where you want to be, what you want to feel, that person that you know you are. So
in that moment, you go back to your room, you're listening to this programming.
Decompressing.
Yes.
Chilling out, forgiving yourself.
Nice.
You know, allowing yourself to feel the feels, knowing that everything is in divine order and it happened for a reason, because you don't grow unless you fail or you get yourself into uncomfortable situations. So it brings you to a place of, okay, I released it, I moved past it, and I'm on to the next. That in conjunction with having, guided meditation specifically where I walk you through a process and a journey of your wish fulfilled. I always talk about being in that present moment magic, letting go and releasing things that no longer serve you, because you have to dump it out. It's literally like a brain dump. Write it all down. There's something very powerful in pen to paper. Get it out of you. Once it's out of you, now it's like a clean slate. You know it's out of you because that elephant that you've been holding on to that's on your chest is gone. And you're like, okay, I could take a deep breath, I could breathe. The next step is going into the manifestation manifesto, is what I call it, where you're scripting your life, what you want it to look like as if it's already here. Because somewhere in this expansive universe, it's there. You just are aligning yourself with it.
Amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you're working on right now that you would like anyone who's watching this particular episode, video, to know about what you're currently offering?
Yep. So first and foremost, I have something really cool, and actually it's free. It is a personality assessment. 17 questions, you answer the questions, and it helps you to identify your archetype. There's 5 different archetypes. So a visionary, strategist, harmonizer, new connector, and a maverick, okay? So once you know who you are innately, like that personality trait, the next step is either setting up a session with me, or you can purchase a workable ebook that I built specific to each archetype.
Yes.
Okay? And that breaks down, it actually helps you to kind of cross over and identify and target and hit those challenges that you go through every day. Or when you're feeling a certain way, you can look through the book and go, oh yeah, well, I know why I'm feeling this way, but I know even now how to fix it because I have affirmations in there and different tools to help you.
Amazing.
I also have a 90-day transformation program. Now this is everything. This is walking you through your personality, really getting deep on some of your challenges, built-in subconscious reprogramming, specific and tailored to not only your archetype, but your challenge, guided meditations, and sessions with me.
Yes.
For 90 days. The price point on that is a little shy of $5,000. And honestly, for what you're getting, that's a drop in the bucket.
Amazing. And where can people find you?
They can find me on www.dmrsociety.com.